Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I feel like with Claire and Ciara, the last past couple of days, last weeks, not days, she hasn't been back that long, but the last past couple of days, it's been like rinse and repeat with those two. And today's episode was really no different. Ciara's not there getting ready, at Sean's place. And let's be very clear, it is Sean's and Bella's place. Okay, so she's getting ready, and Claire's like, what the hell are you doing here? They get into it back and forth, and it's the same drama. Just like this, it's the same argument back and forth. The difference is that Claire's like, well, you're not going to sit there and talk to me in my house. I was like, really? Because you pay what here? what do you pay here? Oh, you don't? Oh, it's your parents' place? Oh, I don't understand why you keep saying it's your place. Other than that, it was the same thing back and forth. Claire's not there telling Ciara, you shouldn't marry him. You're doing this just to get back at Ben. Ben loves you. You belong with Ben, and yada, yada, yada. It's the same argument. Claire pushes for Ben. Ciara digs in her heels, and she gets defensive. So she starts acting all witchy and everything. It's the same crap. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't remember exactly how it happened. I don't remember if Claire told Ciara to just get the hell out or something like that, but they were going back and forth. I don't remember who touched who. All I know is that Ciara slapped the hell out of Claire. Just whacked her across the face. So at this point, Claire picks up the bouquet and starts hitting Ciara with it. And I'm just like, you both look like you're 12. This is... Okay. So she's doing that. She's bopping her on the shoulder or whatever. Sean comes in. Sean's like, what is going on? And Claire's like, well, why didn't you sit there and tell me that Ciara was here? Now, Sean says, well, I thought this would be a good idea for you two to patch things up. You thought that this would be a good idea for you two to patch... He actually said that. It's almost as though he don't remember the last time that those two went at it. That was his genius plan, to just not say anything and just let the chips fall where they may? Like, what was your plan? I mean... Oh, goodness. He actually said that. So they're going back and forth, and of course, she's like, oh, well, you can't go through with this farce or whatever. And I was like, farce? Claire, how old are you again? Are you 60? Are you 70? Like, what's going on? I haven't really heard a young person use the word farce, and I don't remember the last time I heard anyone actually say that around my generation. But so once again, Claire goes back at it. You need to sit there and stop the call at this wedding, and yada yada yada. At this point, Sean's like, yo, you need to leave. Claire just had that look like, what? I need to leave? Yes. Listen, I get it. You stay here, but this isn't your house. And that is his sister. So, we're waiting for it. The hell out of here. After that, Sean and Ciara start talking, and then Sean kind of gets into it with her. Tells her that Hope can't make it because of engine Oh my goodness. Can't they just recast this woman already and just get it over with? Listen, I do not like the word recast. Okay? I come from GH. I come from War Like to Live. I remember when they recasted Todd. And I was just like, listen, I get this guy is trying to do a great job, and he's capturing, I guess, some of his broody moments or whatever, but this is just not working for me. It wasn't working for me. I'm not even going to lie. And it was one of those things where it's like, I literally tried to stick to it for a while, and I'm like, this guy isn't working. You know, he's not working. Now, with GH, you know, they recasted Jason and they had Drew, and I was like, oh, you know, he's a different type of Jason. And I liked him because he did play a different type of Jason. Now, he wasn't the original Jason. I mean, if I had to sit there and choose between those two, I'm picking Steve in a heartbeat. That's not even a question. But I did like and enjoy his take on Jason. You know, some people wasn't for it. Some people liked him better. I wouldn't go that far, but I liked his version of what he was trying to do. So I do not sit there and take the word recast lightly. But at this point, what are we doing? You know? What's going to be next? Oh, she can't come because there's a volcano or an earthquake or a tornado or she got food poisoning. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? You know, this is a mess. Listen, they just got renewed, okay? And they've been on fire. Listen, the episodes of this show have been better than the episodes of GH for a good while. Not including the Cyrus stuff, but you know, after that, it's been really good. This whole, you know, Hope is gone and we don't know when she's coming back and she's somewhere. It's like, this is just retarded. It's retarded and it needs to be done. So either recast, which everyone's in favor of, or I don't know. I don't want to say kill off the character, but this Lumbo thing, it isn't working. It isn't working for me, and I've only been watching this for like maybe about a year or so. Give or take, I don't know, I have to sit there and go back. But the point is, this isn't working. It's just not working. So, hopefully they come up with something, because this is just dumb. Now, at some point, you know, even Sean kind of weighs in on it, you know, like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. And Julie comes over, you know, because at first he was like, I don't know if it's such a good idea. You know, you're marrying him so soon. Like, what is your rush? Like, slow down a little bit. Julie comes in, and Julie's like, Doug can't make it because he hurt his arm in racket practice or tennis or something, so she can't make it. At one point, Sierra was like, oh, is this some sort of conspiracy? Now it's Hope and it's Doug. No, sweetheart, no. It's just people can't make it at this point. And to be honest, are they really going to sit there and give you that true blessing? Even if they were there? You don't seem like you care, so why does it matter? And with that being said, Julie leaves, and, you know, even Sean's like, listen, you got Hope that can't make it, you got Julie and Doug that can't make it. I would just give just like a couple more days or so. Or marry in Johannesburg. I mean, seriously, she was able to get the judge to sign off on their divorce. So what's the difference if they marry there, if they marry in Africa? I mean, hell, only maybe what? 2 people, maybe 3 are going to sit there and support you at most, and you don't think like it matters, so it's like, go there, you got the divorce, peace out. But they get into it for a little bit, and then, you know, it sounds like, yeah, you know, you're right, I don't mean to try to pile on, so they, you know, Sierra's like, oh, you're just looking out for me. I'm like, I just don't care. Now, Allie comes over at Ben's place, and I still don't understand why. And she's like, well, I'm not trying to get your hopes up, but when I was sitting there talking to Sierra, it seems like she had a bit of joy or hesitation or something like that. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but it almost seemed like she could have remembered something or whatever. But, yeah, you know, that's pretty much about it. So, Allie, let me get this straight. You came over this man's house to tell him that you don't want to get his hopes up, and you could be reading into it, but you saw a shiny little, tiny bit of hope that you said something and that she remembered, or that she hesitated or something. Sweetheart, you could have just kept that to yourself. You literally just did the exact opposite of what you came over there to do. I don't... That was it. That was the whole purpose. And then she left. Then Claire comes over there, and she, at one point, she's like, yo, listen, you need to be done with her, because her attitude is just too much, and you don't deserve all the crap that she's dishing out. And, of course, Ben, doesn't make the situation any better, and, as much as I call Theo a snake, and I do stand by that, you're not helping. Because Ben is like, oh, remember when I had that crazy plan about kidnapping her? Yeah, I'm going to sit there and kidnap her. And Claire's just like, okay. Oh my goodness, this is so dumb. This is so stupid. I enjoy this show. Okay? I enjoy this show. I enjoy talking about this show. And again, this week's episode has been better than GH. And I've been watching GH for a long time. So when I sit there and say that this is stupid, this is dumb. This part of this episode was just dumb. And now we're going to sit there and wait about 2 weeks to sit there and get any sort of results. To conclude whatever this mess of a storyline is. But, sure, whatever. So, let's talk about Paulina and her apology tour. She comes over to Julie's place. Julie slams the door on her. Like pretty much everyone in the town has been doing since she's started her Price Town. But then she comes over there and, she says she's sorry and stuff like that about, what she did. And I don't think that she told her about her stopping the demolition or whatever, but she was just saying that she was sorry. But before she got to really get a chance to say what was on her mind, Julie got a call from Doug, and, that's when she headed out. So she didn't get a chance to actually say, whatever. But she does run into Lonnie, Theo, and Abe. And she tells them, hey, listen, because at first I was like, well, yeah, she didn't say anything. So at first I was like, if you're just going to come over there and just give out an apology tour, you're wasting your breath, Because it's not so much about the apology, it's about the actions that you're going to do. And it's about showing that your remorse, your remorsefulness for what you did. I don't know if remorsefulness is a word, but, it's about the actions, not just about the words. And she does, at first, Lonnie's like, yo, what are you doing here? Like, you can leave. But, Paulina's like, listen, I'm tearing it down. I'm not doing it anymore. And, they talk about how she's going to lose money, but it doesn't matter because, she wants to gain back her love and respect for her family. Abe is caught off guard. He's surprised by it, he's surprised by it. Theo was the only person at that table that actually said anything supportive. Theo was like, well, that's a good start, Now, granted, Theo hasn't really lived there for long. I mean, he hasn't, he's been in Africa, so he doesn't really have, he's not as angry. He's angry at what she did to his dad, but he seems like he's a little more sympathetic because I guess it didn't really hit him, as far as the betrayal as much as it did those two. But, with that being said, he's like, hey, listen, that's a good start, And Lonnie's just like, oh, well, it's about Theo's day, not about you or whatever. And she just starts acting all catty. So Paulina leaves, and Lonnie's like, oh, so are you just going to sit there and believe what she says? And, she's just giving all sorts of attitude to her. Like, she doesn't believe her. She doesn't believe in her apology. She thinks that, Paulina's just there snowing them to get one over on them, and, she's just not having it. And I kind of looked at it, and I'm like, I look at it two ways. I get that she doesn't trust her still, and that she's not going to take her apology at first glance. I get that. Just put that right there. I get that. I mean, hell, Paulina lied to her whole family. Betrayed her family. Betrayed the people that lived there. Just that way she can make money. And didn't give a damn about anyone else. So I get it. That's not something that you could just sit there and snap your fingers to and be like, oh, okay, it's cool, whatever. But at the same time, it was like, you know what? At least she's trying. You know, you don't have to sit there and forgive her just like that, but you can sit there and just take a minute to breathe, you know, be like, alright, let's, you know, I don't know. It's just her attitude. You know, I'll just tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. Her attitude reminded me of the time when she was upset with, Eli, you know, with the whole, Kristen thing. And I'm not gonna lie, at that point, like, during that story, I was like, I just, like, wrote her off. Like, I was just so done with her nasty little attitude. I was just done. And I feel like that's coming back up all over again, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, all she could really do is undo the damage that she caused. And that's literally what she did. You know, yeah, she lied and it sucked, and I'm not happy about it, but, you know, she is your family. She didn't have to actually do that, you know? This is something that she doesn't seem to get, and probably a lot of people don't seem to understand that she didn't have to do that. She was within her rights to continue to hold Price Town. She could have sat there and, you know, fought this lawsuit and everything like that, and just really went at her family like, yo, listen, I'm doing this and this is what it is. You're either going to be with me or you can just kick rocks. She could have had that attitude, and she didn't. So it's something to be, at the very least, you know, consider. What else we got? Oh, and the last little bit of news, I'm pretty sure I missed some other stuff, but the last little bit of news. Oh, in the beginning, well, Chanel was actually staying at Eli and Lonnie's place. And Eli just walks around damn near butt naked again. I'm just like, bro, is this like a running joke or something? Because your wife got upset that Chanel kept looking at his man parts. You would think, hey, you know what, listen, since he's over here, let me just put on some clothes. He walks downstairs and Lonnie's like, aren't you gonna put on some clothes? Eli makes a joke of, well, she already seen everything there is to see. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? The only reason why I actually take a bit of issue with that was that was one of the driving forces that really propelled Lonnie to be like, yo, you need to find another place. And now this dude just sitting there joking around, oh, well, she already seen everything I have, so it's like, there's no big deal. Like, no. I don't even like Chanel, but that was one of the reasons why she did get kicked out. And now he's just making all light about it, like, are you kidding me? But anyway, she has, you know, those little eye things that I just could not wear. I don't know, I just feel like if I put those things on and I wake up and it touches my eyes, I'm just gonna be all this. No, just no. Anyway, she wakes up, she has the thing over, she's like, nah, it's cool, and it's a little bit of a joke or whatever. I'm like, I guess that was supposed to be an attempt at humor, but, yeah, no. But, Lonnie leaves. Chanel's still upset about Allie rejecting her and choosing Tripp over her. And, you know, Eli, you know, comforts her or whatever and be like, hey, listen, it's to the loss. You'll find somebody else, don't worry about it. And as much as I do not like Chanel, I did feel like Allie did give her mixed signals. You know, did play around with her heart. And I said that, and that's exactly what she wound up doing. I'm pretty sure I said that even before Allie kissed her. And that's literally what she did. You know? But they meet up in the town square. And Allie's like, listen, let's talk about it. You know, I understand, like, I'm sorry that you had to leave. She talks about the drama of the house. But she's like, listen, you know, I still want to be friends if you know, if you're cool with that. I'm going to be honest. Just no. Just no. And whenever somebody sits there and says, hey, listen, we can't go out, but, you know, we can be friends, it just seems like that's some sort of consolation prize. Oh, well, you can't go out. You're not good enough to go out with me. But I guess I'll let you just tag along with me. That's not what she said, but that's just a train of thought that I think about when I've gotten that. You know, it's just like, are you kidding me? I'm just supposed to sit there and just be friends and be cool and not have any sort of resentment? What are you, nuts? No! Hell no. But she was like, think about it or whatever, and Paulina comes up, and Paulina's like, listen, the whole sweet bits or whatever she tells about, she's not going to do the demolition, and that your baker could be up and running, and, do your thing or whatever. So she leaves to take a call, and Allie's like, I'm happy for you. I still want to be part of your business, but, I understand, because, we're, with everything going on, if you don't want that to happen, I understand. She leaves, and, she's about to leave, and that's when Chanel's like, no, let's still do this bakery thing. Like we're friends, let's do this bakery thing. So I'm just like, I don't feel like that's a good idea. I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. Of course, they should totally do that because, well, it's drama. And that's what we're here for. We're here for all the drama. So logically speaking, no, you should find somebody else. And Allie, you should continue doing whatever it is that you do. Trying to find a job, even though, like, your parents are rich, but, sure. I get it. Listen, if she wants to stand on her own 2 feet, that's fine. But she doesn't really seem like she's trying that hard, Especially when she was talking to somebody, she was like, oh yeah, I went in for this interview, and this person didn't really seem like, I was qualified or whatever, like, like, it was, like, she acted like she had the wrong makeup or whatever, like, that was her attitude, not like, man, how am I going to sit there and provide for my child and myself, She didn't have that attitude, so it was like, I'm like, my whole thing is like, if you're going to have that attitude, then why even bother? Your mom is rich. I mean, she's giving out millions of dollars just to satisfy her revenge or whatever. Like, you think that... Anyway, I'm done trying to sit there and make logic out of that. But, so they're going to still be in the bakery and do the whole bakery thing. So, alright, cool. This should be all hella disastrous. Which I'm wondering, because this is something that's really interesting. I'm wondering when they're gonna get another person, when they get another guy, another girl for Chanel. I mean, listen, love triangles are, I guess, fun to watch. Never really cared for them, but okay, it makes drama. They're fun to watch to a certain point, and after a while, you start to feel bad for one person. And then they just get together, and then where's this one person's going to be at? Sort of like GH, how they just kind of threw Spencer in there, so that way, Trina can have somebody to date, because it was either Spencer or trying to get back together with Cam. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. Like always, I always feel like I missed something because, well, I write my notes like I write a damn book. So, if I missed anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank everyone for watching. Be safe. See you in the next video.